All right, we want to find the domain. So we're doing algebra with functions. We've got two functions. So we've got this polynomial x squared minus 6x plus 8, and we've got a second polynomial x squared minus 9x plus 20, and they want us to find the domain of f divided by g of x. So f divided by g of x means the same thing as f of x divided by g of x. That's easier for me to picture if I write it that way. So let's plug things in. So we've got x squared minus 6x plus 8 all over x squared minus 9x plus 20. We want to find the domain of that. Let's go ahead and simplify it if we can. And so on the top, we'll factor, let's see, two factors that make 8 that add to make negative 6. So that'd be x minus 2, x minus 4. And on the bottom, let's see, same thing. Two factors multiply to make 20, add to make negative 9. Well, that'd be minus 4 minus 5. So x minus 5, x minus 4. And here's the reason I did that. Notice x minus 4 over x minus 4 will actually divide out. And that just helps me simplify it, make it a little bit easier. So when we talk about domain, remember when I've got a rational function, the denominator cannot equal 0. So x can't be 5, because if I plugged a 5 in right here, it would be 0. Well, it also can't be 4. Even though I divided that out, if I plugged a 4 back into this original equation, it would make the bottom equal 0, and that wouldn't work. So that actually creates a hole in my graph when it divides out. We'll discuss that more in the future, so don't stress out about that. But x can't be 5 because of this, and it also can't be 4, right? So let's just put that in interval notation. Now, good review, let me just visualize this. So 4, 5, it can't be that, it can't be that, but it can be everything else. So that helps me if I do a quick sketch like that. Let's put this interval in interval notation then, the domain. And so we've got negative infinity up to positive 4, that's this interval, right? Then I'm going to do a union, so in between 4 and 5. And then I've got one more interval, and it also goes from 5 to positive infinity. And there is our domain.